I'm going to shift here towards the end with 6 tenets of success. Number 1, confidence, folks. Confidence. We talk about reaching career success or success in any area of life. It's all about confidence. Do you believe in yourself? Do you have an unwavering ability in terms of who you are, what you can do, what you can bring to the table? But there's a difference. Confidence is not arrogant or not entitled. All right? It's all about sincere drive and ambition. And this last point I want to make is that there's one topic I absolutely just would speak on just every day of my life to be confident. I'm just so passionate about confidence. Because insecurity in your career, in your life, will absolutely derail you. There's people who have been on the job for 20 years and wonder why they haven't moved, they've been stuck. And if you don't believe that you can move into management, if you don't show that confidence, if you don't take those risks and prove yourselves to be managerial material, they won't take you seriously. And you'll be on the sidelines wondering, why is everybody else coming and getting promoted? All right? So insecurity is a career derailer. Secondarily, leadership. Leadership expert John Maxwell says everything rises and falls on leadership. Huge question always comes up. Are leaders born or made? All right, and there's pros and cons, and experts on either side saying that. All right, but one thing we do know is those folks who have proven themselves to be extraordinary leaders have had a lot of training, have had a lot of mentoring and coaching, and folks and tools and resources to help them along the way. And that's the beauty of LSUS, is the opportunities to lead. Take opportunities to lead, to learn and grow and develop while you can. And as that last point, while the stakes are smaller. Because you want to have an opportunity to lead perhaps your fraternity, sorority, or any other marketing club. Great leadership opportunities. As opposed to you're all of a sudden now a VP in some situation, you have very little leadership skills and you're managing people and you don't know how to deal with it. So take full advantage of opportunities to learn right now. I love what Robert Schwarmer says in the book, The Leader Who Had No Title. Leadership isn't just for CEOs, military generals, and people who govern nations. Leadership is for everyone, each and every one of us in this room. And in the dazzling change in business and society, it really is the single most important discipline required to win. This world is starving, looking for folks to lead effectively. We can all give examples of poor leaders that we've worked with, served with, church, community, whatever the case may be. We have an opportunity to truly transform society and the world by being effective leaders. Work ethic, all right? We've got the Louisiana Lagniappes, you have to say that in Louisiana. You always want to go above and beyond. Now, we know that the baby boomers and Xers are saying the millennials come in and they're not willing to pay the price. They want everything handed to them. All right? See some smiles because we've heard that. But this is all about, again, differentiating yourself. How can you show them that you are willing to go the extra mile? How can you give them a dose of that lagniappe that says that you're willing to go the extra mile and give a little extra? Okay? I had a former sales director who used to always tell us, reach to exceed. You think about your goals, you're thinking about what you're doing, your classes, whatever the case may be, reach to exceed. The status quo and being average is not good. It's not cool. It's not going to get you far. Adaptability, this is something your generation, more so than the 2 previous, really gets. Remember, you all are open to change. You're willing to transfer and move, and you're open, and all of this energy. Okay, it's very important. Being adaptable in your work relationships is so important. So when you're dealing with the baby boomer, Generation X, just remember, we all have different perspectives and values. And just be adaptable and be willing to shift and say, oh, I'm dealing with this baby boomer, Bob, just really wants to kind of keep things the way they are. I understand that. How can we work together to create a scenario that will be effective for both of us? Next, mentoring. If there's one lesson that I learned at LSUS that has served me tremendously well, it's the value of mentors. My first mentors were right here on campus, Dr. Charlene Hampton Barlow, Dr. Linda K. Martin, Dr. Karen James. There's several folks here who really took me under their wing, and I learned so much from them. All right, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. So when you all are dealing with baby boomers and Generation Xers, know, hey, there's folks that are willing to take me under their wing, shorten my learning curve. That's actually my current mentor, Sia. She's actually a director of change management at Northwestern University. Humility is so important, teachable spirit. Millennials are often accused of kind of quote unquote knowing it all, gotta have things their way and this and that. Again, it's a stereotype. You know that's not true. That's why stereotypes can be ineffective. We've got folks with very, very different work ethics and things like that in this room. But for all of us, regardless of generation, we've got to have a teachable spirit. We've got to be coachable, open to feedback, criticism. So when you turn in that English paper and that professor says, hey, you could have done this, be grateful. Be grateful for that kind of feedback. It will help you. Be open to learning. Be willing to admit mistakes. And I love to share this example of me and Yeji Kong. She's a current junior at Northwestern University. She's from the Detroit area. And so I interviewed her. It was one of the alumni interviews when she came in to apply to the school. She started out as a double major in pre-med and music. She's a flute player. Long story short, that was a tough road. She was in the library. Northwestern's library is open 24 hours. She was there till 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning every night. She had no life. She's unhappy. She's miserable. She asked herself that question, what am I passionate about? And as opposed to, what does everyone want me to do? What am I passionate about? What is my purpose? What are my talents and gifts? All right? She's now in the School of Education and Social Policy, is so happy. She's joined all of these student groups, loves her life. So guess what, folks? The lesson we can all learn from this millennial is we can't be afraid to be wrong. Can't be afraid to be wrong. Okay, if something isn't working, we're not happy. Let's shift gears, baby boomers, Generation Xers. All right, we can't be afraid to be wrong. We've got to have the humility to admit that, change directions. As I close here, I want to talk a little bit about the LSUS advantage. Again, as I'm coming back on campus, I've been reflecting, thinking, okay, it's been a long time since I've been a student here. What has really kind of been my overall experience as I think about my time here on campus? Why LSUS? And this is all schools, all colleges in the area are wonderful, but I'm a graduate of LSUS. So I've got these points to say. When I think about my perspective, this is actually a picture from 1998. You'll see the lady with her back turned, one of my mentors, was my major PR professor, Dr. Linda Martin. On the other side of her is Dr. Karen James, who's actually in the audience today. And when I think about my LSUS experience, when I think about, again, I attended 2 graduate programs after I left here. No other class, like Karen James' class, prepared me for grad school. The intensity of the work, her passion for teaching and learning was really so beneficial. And I couple that with it helped LSUS foster a level of learning. I used to sit on the front row just eating up everything my professor said. Supportive faculty and staff. We've got wonderful folks who truly care about their people. I mean, working with Angel Martin, working with Dr. Tammy Nuns, who are excited about getting this opportunity together. They want the best for you students. They want to create an awesome experience. I see that continues. Lastly, numerous opportunities to get involved. Folks, if you're in a university with 50 or 60,000 students, your opportunities to stand out and to lead and gain the experience and growth are going to be limited. That's why a school like LSU is a perfect size, LSUS, to learn and to grow and to move forward. I love to share this story, particularly here at LSUS. Nick Crafts and I were both student orientation or SOAR leaders, student orientation and registration leaders. We worked in the student loan office, in the registrar's office. This is Nick and I. He's both 37. That's his family. She's a College of Education, LSUS grad in 1999 as well. At 37 years old, Nick is a chief executive officer of a hospital in Houston, Texas. So he is leading in that role with other CEOs across the nation who are in their 50s and 60s. He's achieved that in his 30s. And what does he have to say? Undergrad, keep that in mind, LSUS, was such a formative time in my life. I cannot imagine being where I am had I gone anywhere else. It was so easy to get involved and learn from the numerous leadership opportunities that presented themselves, not to mention the great professors. So we actually had a reunion here at the Ryans in Bossier City as he and his family live in Houston. But think about it, folks. He says without LSUS, he wouldn't be a CEO today. So for those of you who want to be CEOs and start your own companies and run organizations, you have the opportunity to learn what it takes here. From an alumni perspective, again, we talked about what I think as a student. From an alumni perspective, it has been absolutely awesome. I know Diane Howell's in the audience. She's a one-woman alumni machine. So not only did we get support as students, but I know as alums, she has been a fantastic resource for me coming back. So no, not only are you getting a good experience as a student, but you will as an alum as well. So this all works together for success. To summarize, embrace the differences of others, different generations, boomers, Xers, millennials, even the Zs who are coming after you. Leadership opportunities, you've got to leverage those. This is a good opportunity for you to lead. Your career success is up to you. Again, nobody owes any of us anything. We've got to work hard. We've got to sacrifice and do what it takes to make it happen. Develop your personal brand. Remember, the workplace already has this preconceived notion that you all just want to take, don't want to give, don't want to sacrifice, take everything for granted. That's not the truth. Okay, but it's up to you to prove that. All right? Because we know we've got some rock stars in this room, but the world needs to know it, and you have a job to do to prove that. Okay? Balance your short-term goals with long-term goals. Think about the long-term effects of what you're doing in terms of the community and giving back. And as I started with picturing it, the power of belief, and how Dr. Campbell encouraged me to keep going, I also want to close with this final note here, the power of belief and recognizing it. When I think about LSUS and my college years and my time spent in this area, I obviously lived up north for a long time now. It's been almost 15 years. Thinking about the power of belief, it's also been wonderful people in the community, but also, I wouldn't be where I am today without my parents. When you think about the power of belief in the people around you, your parents are those who will truly, no matter what you're going through, support you, encourage you. And I'm so grateful for my parents. And I'm thankful for this opportunity. I'm an ice princess and I don't cry, and now I'm crying on tape, so this is funny. But just let me encourage you all. You have what it takes. You have what it takes to be successful. The world needs what only you have to offer. So do what you have to do. Make things happen. Take advantage of this time in your life where you can learn and grow and develop. All right? We need you. This world needs you more than ever. Millennials, you guys have great things that the world needs. And so I'm looking forward to seeing you and seeing what you bring to not only the workplace, but the world. And I thank you so much for your